Hey, it's Joey with Imzz Elite. We're back in the shop today. We're going to throw some of our 99 to 08 bagger rear crash bars on this 04 Road King. So let's fucking get into it. For starters, we got to get his bags off, and he's not running quick release hardware, so we're going to take two 9/16 wrenches. Leave the nut hanging on loose so it doesn't fall completely. Sometimes the rubber grommets will stick themselves to the mount. Now we got the saddlebags removed, get his seat out of the way. Torque socket and break all these loose. We got one here. Pop that side cover, you can get to this one. And you'll need that 9/16 wrench we use. Some of these bikes from the factory have Torx head bolts, and some of them have hex head bolts, so the T40 that we already used to break the other ones loose is the right size for these, so it works out. broken loose, we can go through and start. We'll get one side off completely. See, we already went through and removed our little trim pieces just to give us a little clearance for these bolts back here. Get it kind of hung in place for a second. After we got all the ones with nuts started, I'll pull this top one out. Throw a little Loctite on it. And we can buckle everything down. Since he's running a 2-into-1, we won't have to worry about the rubber grommet on the left side. And we can come over to the left and do the same. Remove all the nuts. Before we take that last one out, go ahead and get his exhaust dismounted. Forget to pop that rubber grommet out. Sometimes these tabs on here get pushed and pulled, so they get a little tight. If it gets bent out, you kind of got to push it back in. It's just a challenge to get the bolt holes aligned sometimes. If you have that problem, you can take a little Phillips screwdriver and get yourself all lined up. Sometimes the powder's a little thick for the bolt, so it'll help trying to thread it in opposed to slamming it through. Remember, just get all your hardware that has nuts, get the nuts started. Same as the other side. Once Once you got it, all the nuts started, you can pull that top one out, Loctite it, and we'll button it all up. Throw a little soap water on here. Thunder header's a little difficult without having bungs welded on. Might be easier to have a buddy help you. I'm sure I'll be able to get it. Save yourself a few minutes if you have a second set of hands. Get the bags put back on before we pop these side covers in. We're probably gonna have to break the mounts loose on the chassis and get everything to line up now. .7/16 should break these loose. Now that we got some movement in there, that's all we need. Bring it down a little lower. If you have the quick release hardware, this is going to be a little bit easier step because you won't have to juggle any washers, hardware at all. I want to go ahead and get these buttoned down. Take our 7/16. A little adjustment on this one. You'll notice sometimes it might not sit just right. It's a good thing about these mounts floating a little bit on the chassis is you have a little room for adjustment. Now we got more of a proper fit. I'll button everything back up again. Just don't get your wrench stuck inside of there.
that's a wrap.
Now, if you have a 09 to 13 FL model, you won't be able to run these, but you will be able to run our 14 and up model if you buy an adapter kit from Harley. I can give you the part number for that.